Hey guys, YouTube 100 here. Alright, now here I am with another ECW pay-per-view review. And now next up, I am kind of backtracking a little bit for this one because I realized that I had skipped this one as I was going through the pay-per-views. So next up, here I am with a review for ECW November to Remember 1999. So I accidentally skipped over this one after I reviewed Anarchy Rules. I'm just yeah I guess I had forgotten to actually list this pay per view as I was going through like um all the ECW pay per views. Like I looked up each and every ECW pay per view, and I guess I had accidentally passed this one by and forgot to list it off. So but I realized earlier today that I had accidentally skipped over it. So now here I am to now review it. Yeah. So overall, I would say that this overall was a pretty great pay per view. I mean, they really did deliver a really um they really did follow through really nice with after Anarchy Rules. Like they did deliver a pretty nice follow up to Anarchy Rules. Like this one wasn't quite as great as Anarchy Rules, but was still a pretty great pay per view. There really was like quite a lot of enjoyable things on here. Like it did take a little bit for the show to get going. It is kind of similar to what I was talking about with Guilty as Charged 2000. How admittedly it does start off kind of slow. It does take a little while for it to get going, but it really does pick up a lot later on. So yeah, so it really was overall a pretty great show, especially the second half. Second half really was a really nice. It's there really was a lot of pretty great stuff in the second half. You really did have a great ECW World Title match, a pretty great ECW television match, and and you did really have quite a few other pretty nice matches. So find it really hard to really call it a really not to call it a great pay per view. I guess this is just another example of what I was talking about in the Anarchy Rules review. How this really is an example how ECW really was the best brand of the three in 1999, and 1999 really was the year of ECW pay per views. So so this is just another example of that, and this was the last pay per view of 1999, and they went out on a pretty great note. All right, so I guess I'll just start talking about the show. All right, so the show kicked off with you had Simon Diamond and Dick Hertz in the ring cutting a promo. Then Jasmine came out and confronted Simon Diamond and then attacked him by hitting him with a Jazz Stinger. Then as Dick Hertz then ended up attacking Jazz. Then all of a sudden, then Spike Dudley then came out and hit a Dudley dog on him. Then suddenly it just turned into a match between Spike Dudley and Simon Diamond. So we got it an impromptu match to start off the show. And this match only lasted 3 minutes. It really was not anything special at all. It was just the two guys fighting for 3 minutes. Like I said, not really anything memorable or exciting happened at all. Then Spike Dudley hit a Dudley dog on Simon Diamond and pinned him. So Spike Dudley got the win. That match really was just not anything good at all. Like I said, it was only 3 minutes and not really anything happened. So I'm not really sure why they decided to have this be on the show. So I would give that probably half a star. Then immediately after the match, then the FBI then came out and attacked Spike Dudley. But then Nova came out and made the save. Then it then all of a sudden we got this match between little Guido and Nova. So another impromptu match right here. So I don't know why they decided to start the show off with two impromptu matches like this. But this match really wasn't anything that special either. I mean, it wasn't awful. There were a couple of nice moments in the match, but it still was not anything that good. It was only about 4 minutes long. Kind of go back and forth. Or there was at one point, of course, Big Sal did like try to get involved in the match once again, but eventually Nova took him out with the tornado DDT. Then there was like this nice spot where um Nova hit like this flying Samoan drop from the top turnbuckle onto little Guido. Then eventually as the referee like as a um Nova was distracted with Big Sal. Then little Guido then hit a kiss of death on Nova and was able to pin him. So little Guido ended up winning. So that match really wasn't anything that great, but yeah, like I said, it wasn't awful, and it did have like a couple of nice moments, such as the Samoan drop spot. So I guess I would give that probably like 2 stars. Yeah. Then so like I said, just I'm not really sure like why they like decided to like start the show off with 2 impromptu matches like this. And so the show really did not really like start off that well. But yeah, this is where it really does start to pick up. Next up, then we had a three-way dance. It was Yoshihiro Tajiri versus Super Crazy versus Jerry Lynn. And yeah, this really was a pretty good match right here. Like I've already like I've been talking about like the kind of matches that guys like Tajiri and Super Crazy have had. So this was really just like another one of those matches. So I don't really think I really need to go like too much in depth into this. But yeah, this really was a pretty great match. Yeah, and as well as like with like the matches Tajiri and Super Crazy have had, I've also talked about like how great Jerry Lynn has been. So I don't really think I really do need to go like into much detail about this because yeah, this really was just like another style match of like the ones that these guys have been having so far. Yeah, so it was a pretty nice match. Like they really did go back and forth between like all three guys. Yeah, then eventually Jerry Lynn then hit a cradle pile driver to Super Crazy. Yeah, but what was kind of like odd about this match is like this was a three-way dance, so it's elimination. It's not like a normal triple threat one fall match. Yeah, and for some reason the guys like kept breaking up counts, which I didn't quite understand why they were doing that, especially since this was elimination style. Yeah, but then after Super Jerry Lynn hit a cradle pile driver on Super Crazy. As he went for the cover, for some reason Jerry broke it up, then hit a brainbuster on Super Crazy and eliminated him. Then it was down to Jerry Lynn and to Jerry. Yeah, and the guys did go back and forth for like another 4 minutes. Some pretty nice in-ring work between both guys. Then eventually Jerry Lynn hit a cradle pile driver on Tajiri and was able to pin him. So Jerry Lynn got the win. So this was overall a pretty good match. Like I said, like this is really like the same style match that the three guys have been having so far in the other pay-per-views I've already talked about. So pretty good match right there. I would probably give that like a 3.5 stars. Then after this, oh man. Next up, then we had the Baldies, which consisted of Spanish Angel, Tony DeVito, Vito Lagrasso, and PN News versus New Jack, Axel Ron, and Balls Mahoney in a 4-on-3 handicap match. And yeah, this was not anything good either. Like this was just like another one of those brawls. Like it had New Jack, so you can probably guess how this was. I mean, I really hope like I don't really have to see like any more New Jack matches in the following shows I'm going to talk about because I'm kind of getting tired of just seeing like all this like really boring brawling from New Jack, plus like hearing like this annoying freaking music throughout like all the duration of his entire matches. I haven't even like talked about that yet. Like for like every single show for all New Jack's matches, you got like his really annoying entrance music playing for the entire match. Just shut the damn music off already. Ugh, yeah. So did not like this. It was not anything great at all. Like it was just like I said, a whole bunch of weapon use, and then one point then a New Jack then like hit like this once again a big splash from like up on from a basketball backboard or through a ladder, and then drove the Baldies through a table. Yeah, then eventually it got back into the ring. Yeah, then eventually New Jack got hit with a guitar. And then the Baldies ended up winning. So did not like this. Like I said, tired of like all this boring brawling from New Jack. So yeah, did not like this at all. So I give that like I don't know 1 star. Yeah. Then next up, then we had Chris Candido versus Sabu, And yeah, this overall was good, I guess. I mean, not great or anything. This is kind of similar to what I was talking about with the Sabu Just Incredible match from Anarchy Rules. Like, the two guys' and styles just didn't really clash that good together to really make it like a great match. But overall, it was good. Yeah, some back and forth action between the two guys. Like, there was like a lot of table usage in the match. Like, the guys like kept like putting each other through tables. You had Sonny in Chris Candido's corner and Bill Alfonso in Sabu's corner, of course. Yeah, and yeah, and it did go back and forth. Like the guys hit like big moves on each other. Sabu, of course, like was like being like the big high flyer that he is. Yeah, then at one point, like as um Chris Kane in as a Sonny tried to get involved to help Chris Candido, but then Bill Alfonso then like stopped her from getting involved, and then tried to like put her on a table for Sabu to like splash her through. But yeah, Chris Candido then like was able to like get Bill Alfonso away from Sonny and get Sonny off the table, and then Sabu then ended up hitting a diving leg drop to Chris Candido through the table. Yeah, yeah, and then it just like went back and forth. Yeah, then Sabu then eventually hit an Arabian facebuster on Chris Candido, then got him in the Arabian clutch, and then eventually Chris Candido submitted. So yeah, so Sabu ended up getting the win. So yeah, so like I said, that was overall a good match. It's not a great match because yeah, like Just Incredible and Sabu, their different styles didn't really clash very good together to make for a great match. But yeah, it was still overall good. So yeah, so I would give that probably 3 stars. Then next up, oh boy, next up, then we had the ECW World Championship on the line with Mike Awesome defending against Masato Tanaka, and this match was awesome. I mean, it was just like what I was talking about in the Anarchy Rules review. Like these guys really did like so well together. Like they really did put on a great match once again, and this was even better than Anarchy Rules. Yeah, this was just like such an awesome match. Like what happened at Anarchy Rules, the guys like just were hitting like some real big moves on each other, went back and forth, lost survivals, and yeah, there were a lot of points where you would think this match would have ended, but it didn't. Yeah, just and really just how much damage can Masato Tanaka take? Because like there was this one point where Mike Awesome hit like a two huge chair shots right in the head of Masato Tanaka, and he stayed on his feet. Like, what does it take to really put him down? Yeah, yeah, and just like what happened at Anarchy Rules, there was this one point where like Masao Tanaka like had uh, Mike Awesome down and had a chair over his head. Then he like went up and drove with another chair and clashed the two chairs together in Mike Awesome's head. Yeah, and there were like a lot of usage of like tables in the match. Like there was this one point where like Mike Awesome and Masao Tanaka were like on the ring apron, and Mike Awesome delivered an awesome bomb to Masao Tanaka through a table down to the floor. Like I said in my last review, like the big awesome bombs like that are kind of getting tedious. So yeah, but yeah, since like this was before, well, this was like right after Anarchy Rules and before like the last two shows that I've talked about. If I would have watched this before those, like if I would have seen this like right after watching Anarchy Rules, it probably would have been like pretty awesome. I would have liked it a lot more. Yeah, but yeah, it was still nice. Yeah, and then at one point, then like Mike Awesome like hit this like huge German suplex on Masato Tanaka, and he came down like Masato Tanaka came down around his neck, and he got right back up. It's like that didn't even phase him. Like seriously, how much damage can Masato Tanaka take like that? Seriously, yeah, and it did just like go back and forth. Yeah, then it eventually ended with like another Mike Awesome style finish where he like delivered an awesome bomb to Masato Tanaka from the top turnbuckle and pinned him. So yeah, as I said, that's kind of getting tedious now. But yeah, as I just said a minute ago, like if I would have seen this like right after Anarchy Rules, I probably would have liked it a lot. So yeah, so this was overall a really great match right here. Like these guys were just like so awesome together. So what else can I really say? Just they really did have like an awesome match right here, and this is probably like one of the, if not the best ECW title match in history. So yeah, so great match right there. I give that about 4.5 stars. Yeah. Then next up, then we had the ECW television title on the line. It was RVD defending against Taz. Yeah, and this overall was a pretty good to great match as well. It wasn't as good as Mike Awesome and Masato Tanaka, but yeah, it was still overall really good to great match. Like these guys really did go back and forth with each other. They were like fighting like all around the outside of the ring. Bill Alfonso was like trying to get involved at a couple of points, but Taz was able to like get him away. Yeah, there was this one point where like Taz was like in the crowd, like they were like fighting like over the guardrail in the aisleway. Yeah, and like Bill Alfonso like tried to hold a chair up to Taz's head so RVD could like kick it into Taz's head, but Taz was able to like take the chair away and get out of the predicament. But then RVD then just like leaped from the one end of the entranceway over to the other side, over the rail into Taz. And there was like some other like usage of like chairs in the match. Yeah, did just go back and forth between both guys. Then eventually then like RVD then kicked a chair into Taz's head, and then he delivered like a split-legged moonsault to Taz, and then eventually RVD hit a 5-star frog splash on Taz and pinned him. So RVD got the win and retained the ECW TV title. So this was really like coming down to the end of RVD's TV title reign. Like I said, like in the last one I talked about, was it Living Dangerously 2000? Yeah, that was when like he like was done with it, when he had to surrender due to injury, and they had that tournament. Yeah, so this was really like in the last few months of RVD's TV title reign. Yeah, but he still did have like a really good to great match here. So nice match right there. I would probably give that about like 3 3/4. And then we had the main event. It was a 6-man tag match with Rhino, Lane Storm, and Just Incredible versus Raven, Tommy Dreamer, and the Sandman. So I'm not really sure why this main evented over the ECW title match. Yeah, it was kind of similar to like what I was talking about with Anarchy Rules. So I'm not really sure like why ECW like had other matches main event over their world title match. Don't really understand that. Yeah, but as far as this match goes, this overall was a pretty solid match. Like it wasn't great or anything, but it was solid. Not really anything too memorable about this. Like it was really just like the 6 guys really fighting back and forth with each other. You had some good moves throughout the matches, and like I said, the guys really were just like going back and forth. It was fighting for like about like 10 minutes. Then towards the end of the match, Francine and Don Marie, who were of course like at ringside, they like went at it with each other. Then eventually, then as it looked like Sandman was about to hit Lane Storm, I think it was, with a kendo stick. Raven was like on the other side, and Lane Storm like was able to get out of the way, and then Raven hit Sandman with the kendo stick. It was never actually like a confirmed whether or not it was an accident or intentional. But then after that, then Just Incredible then hit a That's Incredible on Sandman and got the win. So Just Incredible, Lane Storm, and Rhino ended up getting the win. So that not really anything too memorable about the match, but it was solid. Like it wasn't really like boring or anything. So overall, I guess that was a solid match. It would have been better to end with the ECW title match, but this was still overall a solid match. So I guess I would give that probably like 3 stars. So overall with the show, I guess I would give it an 8 out of 10. It was a pretty great show. Like I said, the ECW title match was great. Television title match was really good to great. And and the 3-way dance was pretty good. And even stuff like Sabu versus Chris Candido and the main event were pretty solid matches as well. So I find it really hard to say that this wasn't a great show, because you had a lot of good to great stuff on here. Like I said, it did start off kind of slow with the first 2 matches. And that New Jack match, like I said, I'm just tired of seeing that stuff. But still overall, with all the stuff that was good to great, I really do find it hard to really say this wasn't a great show. So not as good as Anarchy Rules, but still a worthy follow-up to it. So I think this is definitely worth checking out. So if you haven't seen it before, give it a watch. So I guess that's the best way I can put it. Alright, so I guess that's all I really have to say about it. Alright, so this is my review of ECW November to Remember 1999. Hope you guys did enjoy this review, and I apologize for forgetting about this and skipping over it initially after I reviewed Anarchy Rules, but now, I've looked through the list of ECW pay-per-view reviews again, and I am not going to forget anymore. I have, all the rest of the pay-per-views, I've made sure that I have the rest of them all down listed down, so I won't be skipping over anymore. Yeah, and before anybody says anything else, like I do know that I didn't talk about the the ECW FMV Super Show from December 1998. Yeah, that was like a two-night pay per view. It was like on December 12th and 13th of 1998. Yeah, I know I like didn't talk about that one. That is like technically a pay per view also, but yeah, I really do consider that more like a collaboration show rather than just an ECW show. Plus, that show is not on Peacock, so I can't really find it anywhere. So yeah, so I'm purposely like just not gonna review that one. Yeah, but yeah, for all the other ones, like I've made sure that I don't have any more missing, and I saw that I didn't skip any over any other ones in the years previously. Yeah, so this was the only one that I had skipped over initially. But yeah, I won't be skipping over anymore. I've made sure that I do have the rest of the pay-per-views listed down so I won't forget them. All right, so you don't have to worry about a situation like this happening again. All right, but I hope you guys did enjoy this review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.